100% share them so that these our people can know. I remember yesterday, I think was it in Kericho, people went and put back up that wheelbarrow thing. You see, that shows the amount of mental slavery that we still have to fight. Yes, we are fighting for IBC to be reconstituted. Yes, we are fighting to recall our MPs. Yes, we are fighting all these things. But there's still a lot of mental slavery in our country. And that is what we really, as we work towards these tangible things, we really need to also work to liberate those people so that when it comes to the time for an election, when it comes to the time for whether it will be in the next 90 days or in 2027, whichever time an election will come, we will have liberated these people. We will have numbers. Number one, we will have the numbers because size the only honestly speaking, it's only like maybe the youths who have been exposed to some of these things that we know root for the evil that it is. But for some of our age mates who do not have sort of the how do I put it, the level of I don't want to say it education. I don't know you, but you people get what I'm saying, right? I hope you do. They don't they don't have like that level. They won't see it. They're still mentally, tied to these politicians. So we need to find ways of releasing them from the shackles of mental slavery that they're on. Another thing is civic education. I saw Mushiri. Mushiri did really, really well by translating the finance bill in mother tongue, different, vernacular languages. If we could scale that up to do that to the constitution, again, our phones and the internet, recording reels on TikTok, recording reels on Instagram doesn't really take long. Someone can just choose a clause of the some clause or article of the Constitution and explain it in their language. Those ones again, we share them in our family groups so that they know that okay, this is what the Constitution says, and this is our right, and this is what this person has done. And right now, what they another point, right now the things we have seen on the internet, the way this guy spoke that day that she was really really mad, the one that we actually know that's the real him. I mean, by this guy named Ruto, by the way, that day that we saw that like that's the real him, the things he said, the things he did, the photos we have on the internet, the videos we have of police killing us and beating us up and shooting us and arresting us, that is our evidence. That is what we have. So that the time the next election come, we put even more focus on much as we will be campaigning for our candidate of choice at that time, we also put more focus on campaigning against this guy. Remember again, this Ruto is a very smart guy, right? We all know that he's a very smart politician and he does not mind playing dirty. So if he doesn't mind playing dirty, then we should also beat him at his own game. I mean, we can also play dirty, but playing dirty does not necessarily mean breaking the law. We can find ways of playing dirty by not necessarily breaking the law. If it's campaigning against him, the way I see Nani does, this guy, this Itumbi, the way Itumbi does a lot of
Kindly,
spreading of
kindly,
propaganda.
kindly,
If you,
kindly wind up because we
sorry,
have so many speakers.
yeah, yeah, this is my last point. If you can like beat them at their own game by spreading propaganda, but not like the bad kind, like the good kind of propaganda so that people know. So yeah, thank you. That's my point.
Thank you so much. Sale next, then Endoro. Sale.
Yes, thank you very much for granting me this opportunity to actually speak my prologue, so to say. This system, this government has actually taken away my family, your families, hopes for ever being like achievers, hopes for development. This current regime promised us quite a lot of things, so to say, in businesses, in jobs, ease of like our livelihoods. But at the long run, it actually ascertains that Africa actually kills her own sons. To be in particular, I would say Kenya kills her own sons and daughters, just at the expense of just mere ambitions, being egocentric. With all due honesty, I think, yes, literally Kenya is killing its own son, in its own son in each context. Because yes, we do have ambitions, we do have aspirations in life. I would like to also get like a decent living. I mean, I'm looking forward to my own future. And here, the government won't realize that the only way we can only come out of this predicament is actually struggling to survive. We can come out of all this when the government actually just hears us as a